Hi, welcome and welcome back. Welcome to Seek to See podcast. How y'all doing? I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing fantastic so far. My name is Shonda, and I'm your gracious host for this message. Oh, that's my mom sending me a message. I'm looking at it. She sending me a message. Welcome to Seek to See podcast. My name is Shonda, and I'm your gracious host for this little message today. I won't be on here long because I've just been going crazy all week. It's just been a really, really busy week. But I just want to do just a quick check-in with you all, see how you all are doing. Today is Thursday, February 13th. 2025. It is like around 2:47 here in Southern Georgia. It is 72 degrees. It is beautiful here in Southern Georgia. It is gorgeous here today. I'm definitely going to be getting out to get some of this nice warm air here. Because yesterday it was a little bit chilly, but today it's really, really nice. So yeah, it's been nice. But so let me catch y'all up. Let me catch y'all up on some things. Let me see. Okay, so yesterday, as I was, doing some, because I'm always doing like some type of home project. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. I'm always doing something around my house to try, or either doing something to try and make my life easier. That's like been the biggest thing for me recently, is trying to do things to make my life easier. Okay. Not all the time we can do that, but I'm really close to getting there, So I was looking at Facebook, and there was this lady on Facebook. I'm not gonna say her name or nothing because I can't remember, to be honest with you. But she talked about how the women back then, no, she said the reason why kids gravitate, or young adults gravitate to their fathers when they get older, even though the fathers weren't there, the reason why they do that is because the mothers tend to cover up for the fathers, the absent fathers or the deadbeat fathers. The moms were doing that back then. And some still do today. They cover up for the absent parent or the absent father, and they tell the children, your father still loves you. He's not here. I know you're asking where he is, but he's not here. He loves you, but he's just going through something right now. So in other words, she was saying that a lot of moms would make up excuses for the absent father to not say anything negative about the father. And so that's the reason why a lot of young people tend to gravitate to the father, even though he was never there for the children. Probably a narcissist, probably, whatever, drug addict, whatever. And it's probably still in the same situation. Okay, because he's not being held accountable. So she was saying that they gravitate to these fathers because the mom takes up for the dads. Okay. So, and she was explaining this as if it was like a badge of honor that moms would essentially lie for the absent parent or lie for the father, so that way it's in a weird way that it's saving the mental of the child, saving the child's mental. It's saving the it's just basically saving the child emotionally and mentally. And And she was saying it, like I said before, as if it was like a badge of honor, as if it was something that was noble for the mothers to do. And what say you? I personally had to, I couldn't agree with that. Because but let me go back. In her conclusion, she was saying that the kids end up gravitating to the absent father and then being upset with the mother. Although the mother has been the number one parent in their life, although the mom has been the one who's been doing the caring, who's been taking care of them mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. When they get older, they gravitate to these absent dads. And like I said before, she was saying this as if it was like a badge of honor, like it was noble for the women to do this, and especially in the Black community, we do this. I've seen this a lot. But I had to disagree with her, and I still hold to that, because in the end, the mom gets nothing out of it. Some of these kids gravitate to the dad, and he has done absolutely nothing for them. Now that they're adults, now he can be a great dad because they're adults now. He can be a great dad because he's sober. He can be a great dad because he has money in his pocket, which he's never paid an ounce of. Some of them have never paid an ounce of child support, or even been made to pay child support because the mother essentially took care of the dad like a child, like one of her children. That's what that is. So I had to disagree with her, because it was just like her thought process was like, it was just like, even though it's wrong, but it's the right thing to do. It's not. And I'm going to tell you why it's not. Because the kids back when I was coming up, with my kids or whatever the case may be, let me tell you something about these kids now today. These kids are smart. Very, very smart. They have access to the internet. They are worldwide connected on the internet. They have all of this vast amount of information that they can access about relationships and how to navigate in relationships and how relationships should be. And if they need help, they can get help, things like that. So they have a lot of resources and a lot of information. So these kids nowadays are very, very smart. There's no reason to lie to them. There's no reason to lie. As a matter of fact, it's probably best that you tell the child the truth. Now, you do have to do it age appropriately. I do believe that part. You do have to do it in a way that's age appropriate. But I do not believe in a mom defending a absent dad just to save the emotional and mental state of the child. You're not doing anything. No. It's best that you tell the truth, tell the child the truth, and then let them decide as they move on in life as to what they want to do. Don't sugarcoat it, don't caramelize it, because I'm going to tell you something. These kids see a lot on the internet. They see, you're not shielding them from anything. Trust that. These kids nowadays, honey, you're not, to a certain age, yes. But when they become like the age of between 9 and up, you're not shielding them from anything. Because, baby, if they have access to the internet and a way to get to the internet, baby, they seeing everything and they're hearing everything. Not only that, their friends are talking as well. So you're not saving them from anything. I promise you, you're not. So I had to say on her post, I said, sweetheart, that's not a flex. It's not a flex. Because to lie to the child, you're not doing anything but hurting them and hurting yourself in the end. It's best that you tell them the truth, age appropriately. Don't sit there and say, oh, your father still loves you, but he just has some problems. No. What love looks like, what real love looks like, is that a parent is there for a child. That's what real love looks like. Let's just keep it a buck. We're not going to sit up here and sugarcoat and caramelize this thing. Real love is that a child, a parent loves, a parent will be there for that child, and that parent will do everything in their power to make sure they're in right standing for that child. That's love. And if you notice, I didn't say nothing about having money. I didn't say nothing about having materialistic things. I said a parent's real love is being in right standing so that way they can be there for their child, whether they have anything or not. That's love. So don't sit there and lie to the child and tell the child, oh yeah, your father loves you, but he's just going through some things. No, no. What should have been said was, your father is a drug addict. Especially when they 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, you might as well go ahead and tell them the truth. Because some of these kids are committing suicide over drugs at that age. So the best thing, so like if you have a child where the father is not active, and let's just say he is on drugs or alcohol, okay, and he doesn't come around, he's not active. What do you say to the child? Just make it plain. Sweetheart, your father is not here because he's a drug addict. Period. Full stop. Why are we lying? And then it should be, I can't say that your father loves you as much as you want him to, but that's not love when a parent is absent on purpose. It's not love. Because if a person loves you, they're going to be there for you. A person loves you, they're going to support you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. That's how you know you're loved. Period. We're not going to lie. And I think the reason why a lot of kids do gravitate to the other parent, because they think to themselves, well, my mom been lying to me all this time about you. And one of the things you can do also is show receipts. Show receipts. Don't sit there and just tell them something and then you know, and if you have things to back it up, show receipts. Show receipts. That way, definitively, when that child does decide to enter into a relationship with the dad, they know I know what happened. You can't lie to me. Mom showed me. Mom told me and she showed me. Yeah. So again, like I said before, we have to stop lying to our children. These kids are very smart. They know more than what we think that they know. Oh, they know. They know. They know. They know very, very well as to what's going on. And lying to them is not going to help. Now, let's just say the child is upset about what is said, or they're upset about the truth. Over time, they'll get over it. But at least you know that you did the right thing and you had good intent when you told this child the truth. Again, I would say it needs to be age appropriate, but don't lie to them. Don't lie. And that's why we have men out here who do whatever it is they want to do and they're not being held accountable. Because the reason they're not being held accountable is because we're giving them breaks. We're letting them go. We're not making them be accountable by doing just this that I'm talking about, letting them off the hook. Mamas never get let off the hook. If mamas were to take off like these daddies do, oh honey, we'll be a garden tool in the street. Honey. And what's even more egregious, even when we are in the home, even when we are doing what we're supposed to do, even when we are trying to be the best parent we can be, not wanting to be a single parent most time, I would say with 95% of the women do not want to be single parents. They want to have someone help them rear children. But we do not, sometimes the men aren't suitable to rear children with because they make other choices. Now, I did see where one lady said, well, they wouldn't have to tell the truth. They wouldn't have to tell the kids the truth or moms wouldn't have to say that if they had just chose better. You can't say that. Because everyone goes through a bad relationship. Everyone does. And sometimes it includes kids. It's just that what happens, we have something called free will. And people make other choices in the middle of relationships that we can't control. And so the kids end up being collateral damage sometimes. Yeah. It's the strangest thing to me how we have been conditioned to do this, and I was telling my spiritual daughter this the other day. We have been conditioned as parents, especially us women, to raise the girls but coddle the boys. And that's why we have men today who do not know how to be men, who do not know how to be real parents or even a stand-up person because they have been coddled. They have been coddled by, and because if you think about it, If it's coming from the dad, all boys are just gonna be boys. Just let them do this. And then the mom is turning around and saying, well, daddy is my son, and this is and the third. But when it comes to the girl, you gotta sit your butt in here in this house. You can't go out after dark. But he gonna be a boy. Boy gonna be a boy. The double standard. And we wonder why we have these men who won't take care of their children. And we have to, again, coddle that boy again. And we're not even their mama, but we got to coddle them. I know my son, that doggone fan is getting on my nerves. I know my son, my oldest son, he's in college. But I told him, I said, son, look, when you go up out of here, I said, you're going to have a high school diploma and you're going to have a skilled trade. He can weld. He's a welder. Because there's no way that you're going to go up out my house and not be able to take care of yourself. And if you do decide to have a family, not be able to take care of that family. Because if that degree ain't working for you, baby, that skilled trade is going to bring in some money for you. I can tell you that part. That's for sure. And it's going to be the same way with my son, with this one too. We have to stop coddling these boys, because what we're doing is we're coddling the boys and they're turning into unreliable men. They're turning into men who we have no use for. No. I tell my son every day, boy, get your behind up, go get the trash. Make sure your room clean before you go up out of here, before you go to school. What you got going on? It ain't no coddling around here. He's going to take full responsibility for what he does. Period. Just period. I think that's the reason why we have so many successful women in this country than we do men. We have more women who have a higher level of education than men. But I also feel like it's that way too, because when women get hurt in relationships, instead of them doing the proper healing, they'll just go and get another degree. Seen that too. You know. So it was a lot going on with that when she said that, and we just have to have a different way of thinking. We have to have a different way of thinking as women. What we did, what our mothers did, wasn't totally right. And the reason why is not right because they didn't know any better. They just didn't know any better. So y'all, that was my little spiel for the day. I'm going to get out here and get in this weather, honey. It is warm outside. The sun was out. I hope it comes back out. It looks like it's going to be gloomy, but I hope it comes back out. I hope it comes back out. Baby, do you not know, here in Georgia, child, they celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Well, here in Savannah. I can't speak on the whole entire state of Georgia. But here in Savannah, they let the kids out of school for St. Patrick's Day. I said, what in the ham sandwich is going on with this? Y'all out of school for St. Patrick's Day. I don't know St. Patrick like that. Why y'all got to miss a day of education for St. Patrick? Who the ham sandwich is that? So yeah, down here, and it's like a whole, like here in Savannah, it's like a whole celebration just for St. Patrick's Day. I've never seen it a day in my life, but here, honey, they go all out for St. Patrick's Day. It's like a whole, like today is Thursday. The kids will be out of school tomorrow and Monday. Because, honey, these people gonna go, honey, they going downtown Savannah, baby, or either throughout the city of Savannah, honey, and they finna party. And they want people to be able to recover. Because it's a whole big deal here. St. Patrick's Day is. Honey, they do bar hopping, all that type of stuff. I mean, the whole downtown is decorated. It's like Christmas around here in Savannah because of St. Patrick's Day. You ought to see it. Honey, it's something else. I was just like, wow. But the kids is out of school for St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. So, yeah. Spring break is coming up. Oh, my gosh. Spring break is coming up. I'm trying to find something to do for spring break because that's coming up soon. So, but it's hitting 30 minutes. I'm going to get off of here because I have some other stuff to do. I love you all. Now, but what say you with the whole thing with the absent fathers and making up excuses for the absent fathers? What say you? So, yeah, hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think. All right? If you want to comment on St. Patrick's Day too, go ahead. I see somebody walking down the street and all no green. It's crazy here. So, y'all, I love you all. Gratitude, Ashe. Namaste.